Hey guys, welcome back to another Peaceful Challenge episode. Today has finally come. I want to move away from the island and start a new base, if you want to call it that. So we want to build our main storage there and also in the future add a couple of farms that don't cause a lot of lag while they're not running. So definitely farms that don't have a lot of entities or huge amount of hoppers or hopper minecarts. So we definitely won't build a sheep farm over there or something with villagers. But for example, a tree farm would be okay, or the weeping vine farm that barely causes any lag while it's not running. All right, so let's actually quickly go over to a single player creative world. I want to show you the spot we selected. So here we are, it's an island again, with a little bit of a dark oak forest on top of it. And there's also a neighbor island and some smaller islands around. So pretty similar to the spot we had before. But we have different plans for this space. So the main storage we want to build will be built inside of the island here. We want to bomb out, or dig out an area here below and build the main storage there. We should also have access coming from the ocean. We probably will be able to directly get into the main storage from this part here of the ocean. And then the rest of the base will probably be something like an underwater city. So tree farms underwater and all kinds of little contraptions probably. I'm really looking forward to that. One of the first things we also want to do is definitely connect this via the Nether and the overworld as well. Because this is actually just about 1500 blocks north of our starter island. And the tunnel border we built a couple episodes ago actually already goes in that direction. So we thought we could maybe build an ice pathway at the back of the tunnel bore and use that to quickly travel between the two places. Shouldn't actually be that much slower than going through a nether portal. We use the ice road. If you've been watching this channel for a while, then you also know that making an ice road in the overworld or the end is not something you actually need to do by hand, because we can also use frosted ice, as long as obviously there's the light level not high enough to melt it. So the way to make frosted ice automatically is using an armor stand, some frostwalker boots, and then just need a little bit of water here for the demonstration. And then if you push this over, it will frost the ice automatically, and this would stay frozen until, well, either the sun goes up in this world, or maybe there's a light source next to it, then it would melt. But yeah, since we built this underground, this will stay frosted. Okay, now the plan is to make a ice road again. This will be about 3 wide. And then obviously it's kind of tricky to not fall off. So we also want guardrails again here on the side. And basically connect the two locations. And it should all be done with a flying machine in the back automatically. So we've made such a machine already in 1.12. I think it actually was the first one to ever release such a machine. But this time we couldn't just use that one again because, we have some restrictions. So we only have a single tunnel bore or TNT module tunnel, which only gives us a 7x7 of space. So we can only have sticky blocks within the 5x5 here. So we don't have a lot of space to work with, but still need to fit in a 5 wide tunnel. It's quite tricky, but yeah, one of the things that makes it a bit easier now, since 1.13, is that we can also move water sources without having to move frosted ice. So the old tunnel bores basically always frosted the ice, pulled the frosted ice, melted again into water, then you had water sources spreading, and basically then you could move the armor stand forward again, frost everything, etc, etc. In this way, you could basically create frosted ice paths. But yeah, this time we can just use the waterlocked mechanic. You can just waterlock some stairs, and as long as we give this a short pulse, then we can also move water sources this way, and we don't need to frost everything all the time. Just need to create water sources in front of the machine, then we can have the armor stand in the back. Let's work on the setup for the 3 wide section first, and then we can also add the guardrails afterwards. The problem with the guardrails is that you can't just push the frosted ice into place because it would melt again. So that's why you probably also have to create new water sources and frost those later. You couldn't just make a 5 wide one and push the frosted ice up. That unfortunately wouldn't work. Alright, so I already started I think that's a feasible idea here. We would have a water source left and right. Maybe even this way, so it doesn't flow to the side. And then yeah, they would spread in between here, and there we also have water sources. And if I move this forward now with sticky pistons, it should create another water source. Let's try it out real quick. Server here. And move it forward. Yeah, there we go. Makes a new water source. Front. Takes a little bit until it spreads to the middle, but yeah, we don't need a quick machine. It's perfectly fine. Alright, then got, yeah, water here. Just gonna place down some ice. So we would have, probably not under the slime. So then we would need the armor stand somewhere right here. Just pull it along, and then it keeps frosting the water sources we create here in the front. Should also use Frostwalker 1 because it has a bit of a lower range. I think one of the ways we could just do this, maybe even a bit closer. Frostwalker 1 I think has 3 blocks of range. Would be just to pull it along. You can also glitch the armor stand into a slime block. I think since 1.14 or so, it is also now reliable, as far as I know. And then we already have the first module. This obviously needs to be powered still. Okay, let's try it again. Did it make water source there? Actually, it doesn't look like it. I think I need to place that one manually. Okay, might as well just place some ice here. Then it works the next time, hopefully. Yeah, there we go. Now it's frosting the ice, and we can just move this forward. Obviously, it makes a little bit of a mess here on the side. We could also cover that up if you would have more space by having more blocks here, and then make sure that, yeah, it also can't flow out the back. Maybe have a larger platform at the bottom, but in this case, I really don't care if it's a bit messy with the water. When we don't create any water sources down there, this will just be like a curtain in the back. Alright, then we just need to do the same now for the guardrails here on the side. Create one water source on the side and frost it. This one will be a bit trickier because we basically need to create a water source right here, but we can't have any slime blocks over there because then the whole machine will get stuck on the wall. So I thought we could maybe have the waterlogged blocks here on top of the ice. Then a block in between, so we don't have any water sources between the two blocks that is getting created each time. And then just have some blocks here, and basically have a water source there, and here the water block. And then it would spread over to this block. So if we move this whole thing forward, then we would get the next water source right here. Okay, let's move those observers away so they'll get updated by the water. Okay, we basically so need a platform here on the side. Problem is we also can't have any slime blocks there, because then they would attach to the frosted ice, which is also a problem. Below is also not that nice, so that's why I thought we could maybe just have a little, I think caterpillar would be a good name for it. Basically this little contraption here. And maybe a observer here in front. Yeah, so something like that as a platform. And then we can have the observer that powers the back sticky, or normal piston is also possible. Powers the back piston here just from above. And then this whole thingy moves forward. So basically this piston pushes this forward, and then this piston grabs the other one, so like that. So this is basically not directly connected via sticky blocks, but we just need to basically pull the observer here in the back along, and yeah. Then we don't need any slime blocks in spots where we couldn't have them. So I chained everything together. Yeah, we create a new water source, and those armor stands would frost the ice here in the back. Okay, move it one block forward. There we go. Let's see that again. Focus a little bit on the back part. There we go. Yeah, it's as simple as that, and this would still fit into our tunnel. Actually, now that I think about it, it might have been possible to make a 5 wide lane at first, then push up the frosted ice and freeze it again. But, well, making the 5 wide lane in the first place here in the front might have not fit into the space requirements. But anyway, so this was designed in 30 minutes, it works fine. Obviously, if you spend 10 more hours on it, you can even perfect it, probably make it more compact and whatnot. But we're fine with this. Yeah.
Should we build it first or last, the ice maker? Shouldn't we dig first or?
Oh, you want to run the tunnel border all the way? I was thinking about running the. Oh, it has a separate engine though. Yeah, I was thinking about running the tunnel bore all the way up. Sorry, the frosted ice pathway maker all the way up to the tunnel bore, and then attach it to it.
Oh, nice idea. Also, when we run the tunnel bore, we need to get sponges because we hit this water thing. Yeah. So, but we can start at the ice maker.
I'm just worried because we started too low. I think I have to put it one layer higher. And let me actually check in front. Yeah, everything's one higher. Does it fit in there? Oh my god. Let's set this one higher. And would actually touch the ceiling here. For the first part. Ah.
Do we need to?
Yeah, we would need to mine some blocks here, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but only up to the part where we rebuilt the tunnel border last time. So this would be up to here. We need like to mine a couple blocks. Actually, not a big deal, I guess. We can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, now we should be good. No, it doesn't work. Oh god, I forgot. Place water there. Only the front part works.
Okay. Only the front part, okay.
Okay, forgot to place water in the back. Okay, there we go. And launch it again. Yep. Oh, this time it's the guardrails.
Is the racking blocked with it?
Oh boy. Should we stop it?
Can you maybe take the outer block with this tracking?
Where is it?
Up here. It's like a stone block here.
Oh, okay. Let's check in the back. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. I'll launch it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, looking good.
Okay, nice.
The water is gonna dissipate. It's just super messy because it didn't care.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it fits in perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. It's also very important later to never break any of the frosted ice guardrails there, because then the whole chain will break.
Oh, okay.
So there you gotta be careful with it. Why would you break those? In general, never break any frosted ice. Okay, let's get ready to stop it. Okay. So I'm gonna get rid of the engine and just we just need to pull this section somehow. Yeah. Oh, there we actually need honey. Run it over there. I got 2 honey blocks, which is not enough. Oh, is it? Oh yeah. Okay, don't think we need to go back. Can do it like that. Already wasting slime, it's just better have it. Okay. Then the engines go. And now it's hooked up. Yes, you have the sponges.
Oh, okay. Now I have to deal with this cave there. I have some blocks to fill in. Where-
Let's just move it forward like 2 blocks or so. Just check if the back part gets pulled. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's all being pulled.
Okay. Makes frosted ice. Perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Gonna move it like 5 blocks. What?
Oh my god,
What
how
happened?
did that happen?
What happened?
Did it get stuck somewhere or
I don't get it.
when it was pulling or nothing that looks stuck.
I mean, here's water coming in from the side, but I don't see how that ruined it. Yeah, we lost
No?
it. We lost 1 TNT here. Wow.
Oh, yeah. The only thing we can see. I had the replay mode on, so
Yeah, we could maybe check that footage.
Yeah.
What happened? What happened there?
yeah.
And then I move back again. Huh? Oh wow, I actually managed to break it with the minecart. It was entirely my fault.
Oh, really?
This is just exactly the wrong timing. You can actually get that to happen. Oh wow. So I roll off the detector rail, and then, like, less than 4 ticks later, I rolled back on, and then the piston was not able to pull. Okay, it was actually just entirely my fault, because I rolled back the brain fart. Okay, then the machine, we can build it the same way again. Just need to be careful, I guess.
Okay, that's good. Good that there was no like major issue about it.
Here it goes. Yeah, okay. Back in business.
Yeah.
I think the back part also looks good, the Frostwalker.
Yeah, I think so. Now we just have to watch.
There's some blocks that
water.
will get picked up. I think over there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, there.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because, like, it didn't work for 3 blocks in a row. There's just some leftover blocks. Alright, so we've gotten pretty far, about 200 blocks actually from the main storage, but we ran into a big water ravine. That's really the downside of the 1.13 editions. In 1.12, Tunnel Ball like this wasn't always stopped by caves filled with water, so we need a lot of sponges actually for this. We have about 2 stacks, but this water ravine was so large, we decided to call it a day here and gather some sponges next, and then finish this another day. Right, let's actually check out our frosted ice pathway. It's quite fun to ride, obviously. Let's see if we can get up here. Yep, and I'll just jump out of the machine. So it's definitely a nice quick travel system. And since once you have the machine, you don't need to put any effort into it. It's pretty sweet. So we reach about 40 blocks per second. This is kind of comparable to normal walking or running in the Nether. It was actually not that bad. And that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Thanks so much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.